Welcome back, everybody. We are going to go over, our top picks for the 14th Doctor. I picked ones that I thought were realistic. I think Kernan just went crazy with his. So, we'll see. I think we both have, 8 total, right?
Yep.
Something somewhere around there. I have 3 that I know will never happen. But I feel like those might be your main ones.
Yeah, I highly doubt any of mine would ever happen.
By the way, at least for me, I'm sticking to all British people because I think the Doctor has to be British. That's has to be that way.
All of mine are British people, but that's just by accident. I'm still Team America. Griffin, you look stupid in your cricket sweater.
Oh yeah, this is from Sydney, Australia, what I'm wearing right now.
Do you want to say your first one?
Should I go with my unlikely ones? I'll just list my 3 that I know will never happen. Tom Hiddleston, Idris Elba, and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Idris Elba, you've said a lot, and I knew you were going to bring it up. I just don't see him, though. I can never see him as the Doctor. Hiddleston and Cumberbatch, maybe.
Yeah, I always thought those 2 would be really good. And definitely after Loki, I think that was just a very Doctor-y performance in that show from him.
I agreed.
So that's kind of what made me think of him. And then I think Benedict Cumberbatch would be pretty perfect for it. He's got the whole
demeanor.
Yeah, but those will never happen.
So I have a lot of kind of out there ones. Actually, less than you might think. But I'll name 3 of the ones that have maybe the least amount of thought. So first I have Andrew Garfield. I think he is the demeanor. I have another Marvel alum, Tessa Thompson, who.
Oh yeah.
I
don't know if I really see that one though.
I just think she'd be funny, like an out there personality. For my other one, I went up in age a little bit. I chose Helen Mirren. I'm saying the word demeanor a lot, but I think she would bring a cool, unique one, being a strict old lady. An alternative to Helen Mirren would be Maggie Smith. Both of them would have the same.
She's too old for that. Okay, wait. So those were your ones that you think definitely won't happen.
Yeah.
I have somewhat of an order to my realistic ones. Do you want me to say my number 5 on the list here? I guess you want to call it that?
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so number 5, and again, I went for more the ones that are actually being speculated. First one is Kelly MacDonald. You know who that is? I watched the Black Mirror episode she was in, and she was good in that. She had a good presence. She played a detective in that. So it's kind of similar, presence. So she was good in that, but I don't know, compared to the other people on the list, I don't think she'd be as good of a fit.
You did say presence, though, which is a good synonym for demeanor. That was good job, Griffin. All right, my next one.
More realistic ones for him, so.
Yeah. Are you familiar with, I know you won't know the name, but Chiwetel Ejiofor?
What was that?
All right, say it with me. Chiwetel Ejiofor. He played, you know who he is. He was in Doctor Strange. He played Modor in Doctor Strange.
Oh.
So in Doctor Strange, he shows that he can be, menacing, which I feel is an underrated characteristic of the Doctor. Menacing, yet, funny, and I think he could be cool.
Next one on the list is one that I've heard a lot of, people wanting to play the Doctor. Richard Ayoade. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, he's on my list too.
He's on your list, okay. So, I see what everyone says about him. It makes sense. But really, he has no... I feel like what I'm about to say is kind of mean. But he's not really an actor, I feel like. I feel like he's more of a comedian.
Yeah.
Because, all his roles are, these sitcoms where he just, makes jokes. That's his whole character. And I don't think he could really pull off the more, serious sides, you know?
That's a good point. But have you seen his hair? Have you seen his hair? His hair could be so iconic as the Doctor. Emerging from the TARDIS. Think of it.
Fit the, persona well, the, look and all that. I mean, it's possible that he could actually be a really good dramatic actor. But I doubt that, though. Next on the list is another one that's been rumored and speculated a lot. Lydia West. She seems to be a much better dramatic actor than, Richard Ayoade. She was in those Russell T Davies shows that everyone was talking about. Years and years, and It's a Sin. I feel like all of these actors are from those shows. But she was in there, and I haven't seen those shows, but she seems like a good actor, so I don't know.
Okay. Richard Madden. You know, he's tough. I don't really know why I want him. I can't describe it. I just think he'd be pretty good.
Next on my list is another one. People have been wanting to play the Doctor for a while. Michael Sheen.
Okay.
I basically only know him from like the 2 episodes of Good Omens that I watched. But he seems like he would. I understand why people think he'd be a good fit.
First of all, I have not been able to get through like 10 minutes of Good Omens. I tried like 4 times. I just can't do it. I can't see him as a Doctor. I've tried to look at it. And everyone's been wanting him, and it makes me sad that I can't see what everybody else sees.
Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that one?
That's a good pick. That's just a good one. Not on my list, but yeah, that's a good pick.
She was in The Crown. I've seen bits and pieces of that show.
She was in the new like HBO limited show Landscapers with David Thewlis, and it is so good.
And she was in Broadchurch.
So you know how Marvel's making a Secret Invasion show?
She could be in that?
Yeah, she's gonna be in that. Another Marvel one, honestly.
Everyone gets into the Marvel movies. She was in The 11th Hour as like the human version of that alien. But I don't think that should be an issue, really.
I have Tom Ellis. Have you at least heard of the Netflix show Lucifer?
I've heard of it.
He was Lucifer in that. Also, he was in Doctor Who before.
Really?
In like the season 3 finale. As like
Oh.
Tom in that episode.
Number 1 for me has been in an episode of Doctor Who before. Made a very brief appearance. She's definitely in Years and Years. And it's Tania Miller.
Oh.
You know who that is?
I've heard of her.
She plays like... No, so there's that one general guy in Hellbent gets shot by the Doctor, and then he regenerates into Tania Miller. And I was just doing research for this video, trying to find people, going through the people that were being speculated. And I was watching her, and she had just like a presence that was like a demeanor that fit the Doctor like perfectly.
Hey, let's tell your whole bloody family, always yapping away to them. Tell them all how you've been having an affair. No. That sounds too classy, doesn't it?
I think she would be really good.
So let's have a little fun, okay?
If any of my picks become the 14th Doctor, then you give me $5.
And vice versa, okay?
Okay, and if the person you're about to say becomes the 14th Doctor, I'll give you $20. Actually, I'll give you $120. Actually, I'll give you $520.
All right. And if you want to wait and see who wins $5, you're going to have to subscribe.
Or $520.
500 or 520. I don't know if this is really my number 1 pick, but it's a pick, and it's here. My number 1 pick for the 14th Doctor is Harry Styles. All right, what's your big concern when I say that?
Big concern is that he's not an actor.
Yeah, he is.
He's like a pop star.
No, he acts in things. He's acting.
He
in
acts in
things.
things. He was in the post-credit scene of the Eternals.
I'm gonna get to that. He's been in other things. He's been in a movie, or at least will be in a movie, where he's like a police officer.
It's not
he's
like
a solid
that means
actor
he's some
too.
great actor. What have you seen him in?
I've seen him. You know, nobody asked.
The other thing is, not only is he not an actor, but like there's no chance he stops his entire career as a world famous musician to stop for 3 years straight and film Doctor Who.
They wouldn't even need to do that, because filming one series probably takes no more than 2 months a year. Which
what? What are you talking about? That's so not true. It takes like 9 months.
I do think he would do it, because Griffin, how old were you when you started watching Doctor Who?
I don't know. 9?
All right,
Maybe
9?
8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, 7.
Just guess. All right, what year
I would
was
say
it?
probably 8 or 9.
So when Doctor Who was rebooted, it was a big deal. Everyone watched it.
Was.
Even the 11-year-old Harry Styles. 11-year-old Harry Styles probably watched it with either of his parents and his family, and he probably grew up with it. Therefore, I think he would do it.
Is that true?
Speechless. Yeah, it is true.
Did he grow up with it? Or do you think he probably grew up with it?
Everyone in England grew up with it, Griffin.
That's so not true. Everyone in England spent their entire childhood watching Doctor Who.
The thing is, he was 11. That's kind of when I got into it. That's the age range I got into it.
Wow, he was 11 and living in England. He must be a die-hard Doctor Who fan.
You are very sassy. And
well,
honestly,
that's not how
the more
the
you
world
talk,
works.
yeah, the less I think this is good. Now I'm sad. And also, if anyone's gonna do it, it'd be RTD. I feel like he's a modern sort of guy. Alright, number one, you brought up how he was in the post-credit scene of Eternals, showing he's not afraid to get nerdy, be in these things.
Yeah, it's just like the most successful movie franchise ever.
Okay, well, you know what? Why can't you just be, yes, Kernan, I agree with you on one thing.
It's not a good
So
idea.
mean. It would bring so many new viewers to Doctor Who. People who would...
That is not untrue. It will definitely bring fans, and by fans I mean like the most like generic base level common denominator.
Quite honestly, I've had enough of you today. Okay?
Okay.
I've just had enough. We have to end this.
Okay. So that's the end for us. We have 2 other guests that would like to make a brief suggestion on who they think should play the Doctor. So go cut to that. Okay, Mary. You have seen all of New Who, correct?
Yes.
Who is your favorite Doctor, Mary?
Matt Smith.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Who do you want to play the 14th Doctor?
Don Hall Gleason.
Yes, he was in Star Wars too. All right, that's it.
Both guys are cool.
This is my sister McGuire. How she has seen series 1 of Doctor Who, new Doctor Who, and then like some of season 2. Who would you want to be the 14th Doctor?
Zendaya.
Who?
Zendaya.
Alright, explain.
Zendaya's the best.
Griffin's asking why you chose her if she's not British.
Tom Holland can teach her.
Woo!